When the red light stops blinking, that means the battery is fully charged. So I'm going to remove it from the charger. Okay. I'm using a 60 volt FlexVolt, which is 9 amp hours. So let's install it in the trimmer and start our job. So this is the battery compartment and the weight balancer for this DeWalt grass trimmer 972. We put the battery in. You can press here and you can see that it's fully charged. Let's have a closer look at the DCST972 DeWalt grass trimmer. It's a 60 volt machine which is very powerful. I've been using it for a few years now. I bought it when it was just released. However, I always wait for the second batch to be released when the DeWalt fixes the initial issues or problems with the first batch. So this is the second batch of the DCST972. I bought it with the kit together with the battery, so it was 972X1. The price now in 2021, it's about $250 and I believe it's a real value for your money. It's using lithium-ion battery, which needs about 2.5 hours to fully charge, and then you can use it for about 20 to 30 minutes depending on the speed, because it's variable speed controlled by the trigger. Okay, the trigger is here and it's turned on in 2 steps. You need to press the top lever. It's like a safety switch, and only then the bottom trigger will actually start the motor. It's an electric brushless motor. Aluminum shaft, which was packed in the box as 2 pieces, so you don't have to worry that it's going to be a very long box. And then the cutting swath is about 15 inches, which is 38 centimeters or 380 millimeters. It comes with the dual line bump feeder. It's a quick load spool, which is a very cool design. If you accidentally cut one of your lines, let's say you hit some sharp object or a sharp rock and your plastic line snaps, you just have to bump this automatic feeder. It has like a spool. Once you bump it on the ground, it will automatically pull the string out. It's a really genius design. I have never seen anything like that. It's using 0.08 or 0.085 line diameter. Of course, they recommend DeWalt, but I've tried different brands and they work perfectly well. The total weight of the machine is 9.6 pounds, which is about 4.35 kilograms. So it's quite light, and the design is very good, as you will see later on, because the bottom of the elbow rests on this counterweight balancer, and it's really comfortable. You can use it for quite a while and you won't feel tired. I think that's all I want to say for now about this machine. It's really good, even after using it for many years. I have to say that it passed the exam. It passed the tests with flying colors. So let's get it to work and you will see how it performs. Okay, so as you can see, I have a very long grass. I cannot say that I left it purposely so long to test the machine, but it's a good opportunity to let me show you how it performs when the grass is not nice and pretty. It's a pretty nasty grass field. It's overgrown, and I will show you how it performs. Always remember about your safety, wear eye protection. So here is the trigger. To start the machine, you need to press the upper safety switch, and then you press the variable speed trigger below. As you can see, it's a piece of cake for this powerful machine. You can check your battery level, it's still full. Okay, let's try some close-up. Okay, here we have some bigger vegetation. Let's see how it performs. As you can see, within minutes we can destroy totally overgrown field, as this machine is a beast. It's a really working horse. And here we also have really overgrown vegetation. Please bear in mind that we are still running on one battery and the level is still 2 out of 3. Let me show you. I cannot stress enough to always protect your eyes, because I hit my glasses many times already today. There is one genius thing I want you to pay attention to. You can see the strings have gotten a little bit short from being in contact with sharp objects like rocks or wood planks. So even if you pull it, it doesn't actually extend. However, now I will demonstrate as I keep it running and bump the ground with this little heel. It will actually extend the strings. This is beautiful. So you can see now, one bump extends the strength about 1 inch. The total cutting swath is 38 centimeters or 15 inches. You can see I just hit the heel on the ground and it's auto feeding the spool. Very, very ingenious. Last but not least, we'll clean this one up. Okay, job done. You cannot say anything bad about this beautiful machine. It's really a good machine for cutting your grass. After you finish your field, you check the battery level. We are on the level 1 out of 3. Remove the battery, let it cool down before you recharge it, because in my experience overheating the battery could lead to damaging some cells. So let it cool down inside your house or room, and then after half an hour put it back on charging. And if you want your machine to last for many years to come, you need to always look after your machines. This machine I've been using for over 3 years now, and it's still in nearly perfect condition. Brush it off. Here is the aluminum collar that is connecting these two pieces of shaft so that it fits in the shorter box, and I never had any problem with this. And here comes the head, which is also engine. You might be thinking that the engine is at the back where the battery compartment is. It's not. The engine is right next to the cutting piece. So what you want to do is remove the grass from the air inlets. I like to use the wooden chopstick to clean it up. The bottom of the cover, you don't have to be crazy about cleaning it, but just make it ready for the next use. Now I will leave it to dry, and then I will give it another brush off before I store it. Okay, if I had the compressor, I will blow the air into these holes to move the pieces of cut grass, but because I don't have the compressor right here, so let's just use the vacuum. I'm also using DeWalt Cordless vacuum, which has double power. You can use both the battery or the socket. Okay, so to sum up this little review of my DeWalt 972B, because it's 972B means it's a bare tool. If you buy it as a kit with one battery, it will be 972X1. So it's a DCST, DeWalt DCST 972X1 or DCST 972B. So there is nothing bad you can say about this tool. It's a real beast. Actually, there is a high-low switch here, and it switches between 4,650 RPM and 5,800 RPM. And actually, I use it on low all the time. I never needed to switch it to high. Of course, on the high setting, it will whack your battery faster. As you can see, I cut the front and the back of the house on single battery, which is 9 amp hour, 60 volts. So on the single battery, I cut the front and the back of the house, which is about 25 square meters, and at the back 25 square meters. So I cut 50 square meters. I pretty much was pushing it all the way down to the floor, and I was also trying to do it fast. So basically 25 square meters you can finish in a couple of minutes. So there's no excuse for anyone not to cut your grass. Also, you can save a lot of money by not paying people who do it for you. And also it's a good exercise. I highly recommend DCST 972 X1 or DCST 972B. It's now quite cheap actually. It's only 250 USD for the kit with the battery, and I think around 215 US dollars for the bare tool. So if you have other DeWalt tools, you don't have to buy another battery. If you want, you can use the batteries from other tools. So it has never failed me. For 3 years, I never had to service it, I never had to add any oil, I never had to maintain it in any way, just brush off the grass and store it in the cool, dry place. Because seriously, don't think twice, this is the tool that cannot be beaten up. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you like the review. I'm really happy with this tool. If you like this kind of videos, and if you like me to review, I have many tools. I can review many other tools for you. So please don't forget to subscribe to Tiger Carpenter, and see you again in the next video. Bye bye.